Hey, it's Greg Luther, and listen, I want to talk to you about why agents struggle. It may not be the reason that you think. As a matter of fact, there's an awful lot of agents that find themselves incredibly busy but making no money. I hear it over and over and over, and I think it's an issue that you can easily address if you understand why it's happening. So a lot of people would call themselves a perfectionist, or they're getting ready to do something, or they're doing their research and getting all of the things ready to make sure they're really prepared when they make that call. Listen, you're delaying the inevitable. And what happens is you're so busy doing nothing, that analysis paralysis, that ultimately you don't make any money. I was talking to an agent today, you'll like this story, was talking to an agent, we did a little research here. As many of you know, I've got a real simple FSBO approach we use. We work with FSBOs and expireds and divorce attorneys for referrals and luxury deals and waterfront deals. We got all these different approaches, but we ran some numbers and saw that last week alone in his marketplace, 12 people listed their home with a realtor. They were for sale by owner, listed with a realtor. I said, well, I taught you the FSBO approach. I showed you everything. You could probably read it to me word for word. You know the 3 questions you ask them so that they will ask you to come out to the house. Do you know those questions? He said, yeah. I said, okay. How many of these sellers did you actually talk to last week? He says, well, I didn't because I get in my own head. What I do is I'll look up the house, and then I want to look to see how long they've been on the market, how many days they've been for sale by owner, and then I'll look to see what kind of sign they have. Like, are they serious? Do they have a professional sign, or is it something they painted with paint? Then I'll look at what the comps are because maybe the thing's overpriced. And then I'll see, is there an agent that sells a lot in that area? He's doing all of this prep work rather than actually calling. And what that's called is the illusion of movement in your real estate business. You do not want the illusion of movement. And so many agents are getting ready to get ready. They're scared to death they're going to fail. They're scared they're going to do something wrong. I talked to another agent today. He says, when you think about, all the things that the state's going to come down on you, and if you do something wrong, you're going to get suspended or fined. I said, how many times have you ever seen that happen? How often do you really see that happening? The fact is, if you're legal, moral, and ethical, if you do the right thing, you're never going to have any problems. And you know more about real estate than that homeowner ever will know about real estate. That's why they're depending on you. So what you're doing is you're making it tougher on yourself and trying to get ready to get ready to get ready. You're not going to make any money with that crap. Kobe Bryant, you may have heard of. He's listed as one of the best basketball players of all time. No, he missed more shots than anybody in history. He actually beat Michael Jordan's record for missing more shots than anybody in history. But he wasn't afraid to take the shot. That's why he made so many. Babe Ruth, famous for having more strikeouts than anybody in history. But if you look at it like, I'm in my 40s now, and I'm way out of shape, so I don't know how well I would do in a batting cage. And I use this example with an agent today. But if you put me in a batting cage and you put a video on me, I'm going to miss and miss and miss and miss. But one of those things, I'm going to connect, and it's gone. And that's going to be my highlight reel. You know why? Because I actually hit one out of the park. What if you did the same thing on your leads? What if you did the same thing on your FSBO lead generation? What if you did the same thing on divorce attorneys that are referring business to you? What if you kept striking out, but you actually got one this week that closed with you? And you do the same thing next week and same thing next week, and next thing you know, you're closing a half a dozen deals a month. Don't be afraid to strike out, to talk to somebody that's not ready yet, or they want to do it on their own, or their brother's a realtor, or they want too much for their house. Who cares? The only thing that matters is that you get points on the board, that you get money for your family. So the reason so many agents struggle is they're overanalyzing absolutely everything. I know our lighting sucks here. They're overanalyzing absolutely everything, and they're not taking action. And I'll guarantee you, I don't care where you're at. You guys have heard me make this guarantee before on Facebook and YouTube. I don't care where you are. You tell me where you're at, I could get a listing appointment there tonight, utilizing the very system that we show within our approach. So it's simple to do, and I've proved it over and over and over. It does not take money. It does not take lots of marketing. You don't need to know anybody in that area. That's all crap. You know why? Because you have all that, you've done all that, and it still didn't work. Your system is what matters. I'm doing webinars this Wednesday and Thursday. We're going to have lots of agents on, but like Wednesday, we're doing a training on just how you get your business rocking immediately, get yourself some quick closings, and 4 approaches that you can use. You can find some details on that. Wealthy Agent Blueprint. Or I'm sorry, no, what is that? It's, what the heck is the domain name? Closings Every Month. Closingseverymonth.com. You'll get some details on that. But Thursday, I'm doing a one-time event. And that is wealthyagentplan.com. I've got it right here. Look at that. Everything's backwards, by the way, with this rear-facing camera. See my shirts? Everybody says, why do you wear backwards statements on your shirts? It's the rear-facing camera. But anyway, wealthyagentplan.com is for those that, let me tell you who this is for. If you're over 40 years old and you're a real estate agent, and you don't have a net worth of at least $300,000, $400,000, you are in freaking trouble. It's time to wake up. You are going to be the 92-year-old realtor. If you're not saving up for your retirement, if you don't have at least a few $100,000 and you're already in your 40s or 50s or worse in your 60s, it's time to make a change now. We're doing a webinar on Thursday, wealthyagentplan.com, that will show you here's how you get on a 3-year path to successfully retire, and just retire comfortably, right? By the way, if you go to that domain name and it doesn't work for you, you're on Internet Explorer, which means you got to hit the recycle or the refresh button, that little circle at the top. It'll pop right up for you. Then quit using Internet Explorer. But anyway, start thinking about why you might be struggling right now. Start thinking about why you're delaying or procrastinating or, doing too much research or just trying to get ready. Sometimes you just got to get out there. Let's build the plane as we're flying. And I think you'll find that as long as you're legal, moral, and ethical, you'll do just fine. I've always said you win some, you learn some. So any of them you go out on that you don't close deals, what can you learn from that? What can you add? What can you change on your presentation so you get better results next time? That's the best way for you to grow your real estate business. But I can guarantee you, if you're worried about failing, all you got to do is not make the calls and don't go on the appointments. At least then you're guaranteed to fail. You're guaranteed to get 0. Now, I know if you go out on an appointment, you might get, 60% of them cuss you out and hate you and only 40% go with you. But hey, you could always just stay at home and be guaranteed to fail. So I've always said, you don't have a fear of failure. You have a fear of success. Because by you not going out there and taking action, you're actually guaranteeing yourself that you'll fail. So you're certainly not afraid of it. What you're afraid of is you might actually succeed. So hopefully that's helpful for you. Again, it looks like we're going to fill up very quickly. We can only get 1,000 people on that webinar. So if you can still grab a spot, wealthyagentplan.com. It's free for you to watch that training. That's for agents that are over 40 that need to start thinking about what their retirement account looks like. And maybe they've been living like month to month, closing to closing, and that's been happening for a decade, and they still have nothing to show for the real estate career. I'm going to show you how to fix it and how to get yourself to a more profitable position. So hopefully that's helpful. I've rambled long enough. Thanks so much for watching here. If you find this to be helpful and want to share it with someone, make sure you like the video. Make sure you're following our page and share it with a friend. Make sure you get their head out of the sand, so to speak, so they can start implementing as well. I'm Greg Luther. We'll talk to you soon, and bye-bye for now.